out of all the shows coming out, Secret Invasion is the biggest of the stories from the comic books. This really, everyone was expecting this to be a movie, like one of the Endgame type movies, and they decided to make it a series. Luckily, they still have, Samuel L. Jackson. What do you think of the series so far? We've seen 2 episodes, 1 and 2.
Okay, well, again, the internet was kind of negative going into it, and you can't trust the internet now because they just want to trash Disney and Marvel and Lucasfilm all the time, and I like to do that too sometimes, but I want to be justified.
When they deserve it.
Yeah.
When they deserve it.
And then when I watched the first episode, I said, well, it was all right. It didn't blow me away. It was just fine. It was something to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a problem with it so much because it's the first episode. They're trying to set things up. I understand that Samuel L. Jackson is old now, and so I'm not going to hold that against him. We just have to accept that old people exist. And if you're going to have a hero that ages, deal with it.
True, yes. But that doesn't mean you have to change their personalities.
Okay.
And their, like, if this person, every time we see him, is always that guy who's one step ahead of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always the planner, and he's the tactician. And then suddenly, he's not. He's being caught off guard. He's being captured. He's being,
Now here's the problem I have though, is that there's a reason that this is happening, and he disappeared into space for untold number of years.
Because and the blip.
And the blip, and okay, but something has happened to affect him deep down in his core, emotionally,
yeah. Psychologically.
Psychologically.
Well, I'm getting the words and you're not.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. Like, explain it.
Yeah, they're just saying it's the blip affected him.
Well,
that's
no,
it.
he was Samuel L. He's Nick Fury.
Yeah, that's right. He's Nick Fury. He's the GOAT. He's the guy that everyone depends on and goes to, right?
Yeah, and so now he comes back and he's weak. He's a weak individual.
Yeah.
He's now everybody's saying you're Nick Fury. You're Nick Fury. What happened to Nick Fury? I don't know who Nick Fury is. Why is he the GOAT? Why was he so good? I know he was a recruiter. I know what they showed us in Captain Marvel, that he was there at the beginning of the introduction of the new alien races.
Well, and also in Captain America, when he was the one who was discovered that there was the Hydra invasion, and he was, all this stuff.
Okay, he discovered these things. He was a desk jockey, and he maybe figured things out.
No, but he also was the planner and how to
he's a
get
planner.
rid of them.
Okay,
like he's the tactician.
But why is he a hero? Yes, okay, fine. You have smart people. You have smart people in the Titans show that work at Star Labs, and they're just technicians, but they're not heroes. Nick Fury is a hero, apparently, and everybody has the greatest admiration for him. But why are you so awesome? You're not explaining it, and now suddenly, in his own show, he has lost it already, and I've never seen him be awesome.
Well, he has been awesome in roles in the movies.
No, his acting, because he's Samuel L. Jackson.
But when he escapes when they're ambushing him from the car, he's always that guy. They got a machine gun shooting at his car, and he escapes that.
No.
There's lots of places where he has done it.
We have seen heroes be heroic. I have never seen
Nick Fury show me.
I have never seen Nick Fury show me why he is so revered.
Okay, well, either way, even if he's the planner and the tactician who's always one step ahead, he's definitely not that right now.
No.
And I do have some problems with the scripting in the show. For instance, they're on a train in Russia, and they're looking for a black man. Now remember, this is Russia, right? So he stands out. He's a bearded black man. He stands out on a train, and these 2 military guys go up to the door, and they knock on the door, and this woman comes out and jokes around with them, and they go, yes, okay, and then they leave, and then they close the door, and it's one of the guys transformed, and he goes, you can come out now. And then he goes, and he comes out, and he sits on the train in front of this big bay window, overlooking everything. Everyone can look into the train and see him.
Well, yeah, but then, civilians, maybe.
Okay. Remember, they're looking for in Russia. They think he just blew up the Kremlin area. He's the most wanted man in Russia. He's sitting in front of the bay window. Then he has an argument with the other guy. The other guy leaves, and the next thing you see, he's suddenly off the train, and he's out having a meeting someplace as if, How did he get off the train? What, they never ever came back and checked the train again? Like, it was like, they're doing leaps that we don't see how he got to where he went to. They're just jumping all over the globe.
I had a problem with that scene as well, but it's not what you're talking about. That makes sense what you're talking about. But I had a problem with, they start off and Samuel L. Jackson is telling a story about his childhood and his mama, and then the moral of the story is he could tell now when people are lying because of the way they answer questions and stuff, and what they're not saying. And then it comes around to, oh, by the way, these are my struggles as a black man back in the day. It has nothing to do with what I'm talking about now, but just understand that being black was a problem. And then he takes a hissy fit tantrum for no reason and kicks Talos out. Later on in the show, he's sitting with Brody, another black man, and also brings up blackness again. So what is this? Is this like to bump up the ESG score and oh, black man, black man, black man?
I don't know.
Because it has nothing to do with anything.
No, I'm wondering if they were trying to do a correlation between struggles of the black in America with the struggles of the alien race coming in, fitting in, and not being considered. But these people can transform into any person they want.
And there has been no trouble with them. Like there's no correlation with the black experience because nobody knows that they're even there.
I know. I don't know what they were trying to do. All of a sudden they brought it up for no reason.
And oh, by the way, War Machine summarily dismisses Nick Fury for no apparent reason, blames him for everything, blames him for almost starting World War III, fires him from having anything to do with anything, and now there's a big rift in there, and everybody hates Fury for some reason.
Oh, and you're under arrest, we're bringing you to the plane, this guy's going to escort you. Fury does, turns him around and takes the gun away from the guy and puts it on the table and then just walks out. They just let him go. They just let him go. There's like 50 other guards there, but they just let him go.
Now, I have a question. This whole show is about this leader of a terrorist cell.
Yeah.
Okay. But apparently, all the top world leaders have already been switched out for all these Skrulls.
Yeah.
So why do you need a terrorist cell? You have all the world's powerful people.
Yeah, they have the leader of NATO, the leader of Europe, the leader of the United States, like senators. And there's 1 million of them on the planet already.
So is it just me, or does this whole thing not make sense?
A lot of it just doesn't make sense. We've already infiltrated. So this small cell already infiltrated the most powerful government area, positions in the world. Mm-hmm. Why are they going out and bombing something now?
Yeah.
They can just continue to do what they're doing and take it over.
They could kill Brody and replace them with one of their own.
Yeah. Like, simple.
Now, the one bright spot I found was, I forget her name actually, but the Dave Cullen show called her like a whimsical, psychopathic Mary Poppins. And she goes in to torture that guy.
Okay.
One of the Skrulls. And I thought she was funny, she was menacing, she was confident and capable. I liked her character.
Yeah.
But that was the only thing I liked about the show.
And also, she escapes through this little trapdoor in the thing. All these terrorist guys are looking for her. Oh, there's that trapdoor. We better not follow her. This 95-year-old woman crawling down into a thing. We couldn't possibly catch her. Like, the writing is really bad.
Now, in this whole show, including Nick Fury, is there anybody you're rooting for?
Not yet. Emilia Clarke's character is sort of on the fence right now. We don't know where she's going. Her dad is one of the main good guys, right, of the Skrull.
But she's caught between, am I doing the right thing, and yes, I'm doing the right thing.
Yes.
And we don't know where she's going to break.
But we do know.
Well, we know.
But is it going to be a surprise if she's on Nick Fury's side at the end?
No, it's not going to be a surprise. And I anticipated going there, what's going to bring her there, and so forth. But there's nobody I'm rooting for because right now she's still doing bad things.
Yes. Or at least very complacent in the bad things happening. I
did like the look that the bad guy gave her in the car after they just offed the person who was tortured. Like, it's like, see, I know you're having second thoughts, and this is what we do. Just keep that in mind. Yeah. I liked that look. That was one particular
Unfortunately, the actors are pretty good in this. The acting is pretty good. The plot is weak right now, and the storytelling is weak. Like the writing itself.
Yeah.
The jumping all over. I know you're in a television series, but if you were planning Secret Invasion to be just like an 8-episode thing and that's it, no season 2, 3, or 4, then you got nowhere to go except finishing that whole plot line and it's going to be rushed, and that's why they're hopping all over the place, I think. And I'm not a fan of the writing right now.
Like Nick Fury is the tough guy, right? It's Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury. And then on the train, when he finds out that there's a million Skrulls on Earth, he takes the biggest baby temper tantrum. That's not Nick Fury.
No, and then he almost bursts out crying when Rhodey tells him to tries to arrest him, and then he walks out and he goes, like, "That's not Nick Fury. That's bad writing."
I don't know what to say anymore other than what are they doing
with Marvel, period. Well, yeah, Secret Invasion not blowing me away. Great acting, I think, but
great acting.
I like for what they have. Like, I like the bad guy. I like Emilia Clarke. I like the Crow. I like the Skrull. I think that's what they're called, Skrulls. And I like Samuel L. Jackson's acting. I don't like the lines they're given and the story they're given to work with. And it's all about script. If you have a bad script, it doesn't matter what the actors you have, you're going to have a bad time. And unfortunately, right now, that's what's going on.
Now, are you going to continue watching it?
I'm going to give it one more episode. One more, because there's nothing else right now. Like, it's horrible on TV. It's summertime. There's nothing out there but sports, and I'm watching the sports. But, at midnight, there's no sports. So I'm going to watch this when it comes out.
Okay. Well, I'm currently watching Titans Season 4. And just a note out there, as we end the video, hey, Netflix, your episodes are posted out of order. You have to go episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 7, 10.
It's like Star Wars. The first episode is episode 4. Just
so
in case you're
anybody
wondering.
at the offices kind of maybe fix that.
All right. Okay. Are you going to continue watching it?
Well, if you're going to give it one more, I'll give it one more. But I don't want to.
Okay. Well, we haven't wanted to for any of the Marvel or Star Wars shows at all, and that's a problem, Disney, especially with Disney Plus. You're losing billions of dollars every quarter, and you're not making any money from your television shows. That's a bad thing. You used to sell them. You used to sell them to Netflix. Now you don't make any money from them. Wonder why you're losing money. Well, until next time, we'll see you on the channel.